Good morning, David Akubian, Bearwoods Photography. Recently, I received a package from Tamron, and it is the new 150-500mm lens that is for the Sony mount. Let me just preface this by saying this isn't going to be an unboxing video because I've had it for a little while, and I could open the box up and show you it's an empty box. But instead, I've just got the lens right here. So I do want to just talk about a few of the features. Mainly what I'm going to do is sort of just talk about some of the great features that's built into the lens, and then I'm going to just show some of the images at the end of this video that I've been playing with. I've had a situation to use it photographing in Cades Cove with some really low light and some black bears handheld. But the majority of the images that I've done have been in my backyard, on my back porch. I've got a bird studio back there for those of you that know anything about, me and my wildlife sanctuary. So just a little bit about this lens. Years ago when mirrorless first started, I was bound and determined to be on the leading edge and the cutting edge. And I got sort of saddened pretty quick because everything was lighter, but in order to get long lenses or anything else, you had to use adapters. And then, everyone started getting more and more into the game, so to speak. And about 2 years ago or so, Tamron started manufacturing lenses with the Sony mirrorless mount on it, the FE mount. And I've been really excited because this is the lens I've literally waited for many years. I've always hoped for a good, fast, long lens. The zooms that Tamron makes are phenomenal, and that's what I was hoping for, and that's what this is. It's everything I could have possibly imagined and more. Just a few things. It's a 150-500mm f5 to 6.7. DI3. DI3 just simply means it's for the mirrorless systems. VC, so it's got the vibration compensation built into it, and we'll talk about that a little bit on the lens. It's all three modes. It's got VXD, which is the voice coiled extreme torque drive. What does that mean? It means the lens is extremely fast focusing. I played with it a bunch in the back where I have posts set up in my yard, and I would have birds land on different posts, and I was focusing on one, then I'd go to another, then I'd go to another, and every time it was extremely fast, extremely accurate. I haven't had a chance to do much shooting with tracking. Little songbirds are tough. I'm hopefully going to go today, so if I do go and I'm able to get some osprey coming into a nest, I'll let you know how it tracks. But just playing with it with people walking around, extremely accurate. The bears tracking them, it was really good. Again, it's for the E-mount Sony. Minimum object distance, so the minimum focusing distance. At the wide angle at 150, it's 23.6 inches. At the tele end, it's 70.9 inches. And I think it's like a 1:3 or 1:3.1, somewhere around there. 82mm filter size, does come with its own lens hood as well. A couple things that I do like about it is it's got the fluorine coating, and it's got the BBAR2 coating, which simply means if you're photographing into the light, it does cut down or reduce or eliminate, for the most part, the glare that would be hitting the front of it. The fluorine coating simply means that it's going to be very easy to maintain clean. Oil's not going to stay on it. Of course, it all comes with a little bit dusty out here. It's kind of a pollen season up here. It does come with the lens hood. I'm going to take it off for part of the demonstration. Comes with the rear lens cap, weather-resistant construction. You can hear my little bell over here, the chimes. Kind of interesting. Comes with the lens collar. Something that I really like on this lens collar is it has two spots where you can actually attach a strap to the lens collar. So if you're out and you're photographing, you're hand holding, and you want to go to a tripod, you don't have to unscrew anything from that. You don't have to have any special heads. You take it, put it onto the tripod, and it's got the what's referred to as the Arca Swiss type mount. So really good. Got the lens lock, so it stays at 150mm. Zoom anywhere in between. It's also got the zoom lock, which is simply pulling that ring forward, and you could zoom and lock it in at any zoom length between 150 and 600. Then you've got several switches. They're elevated a little bit this time, so it's easier to locate them. If you're not looking at the lens, you can simply, with your hand as you're looking through your camera, you can feel where those are, and it's easier to operate. You've got the focus limiter switch. It can be full, 3 meters to infinity, or infinity to 15 meters. And then you've got autofocus on off. You've got vibration compensation on or off. Then again, you've got the 3 modes of vibration compensation, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is as you're pushing down, it activates the vibration compensation. 2 is simply for panning mode. 3 is you don't see the vibration compensation until the shutter's released, and it gives you those extra stops. Then of course you've got your zoom ring, you've got your manual focus ring, and the rear cap. You can see that there's the weather stripping on there as well. So what I would like to do is I'm going to go ahead and end this part of the video now, and then we're going to take a look at some of the images that I've photographed. And I've used three different bodies for these images. I used the Sony A057, the Sony A7R3, A7R3, and then I've used the A9 II. All of them perform extremely well. When I'm in the backyard, I typically use the A6600 or the A7R3 because I am going to be cropping. They're tiny birds. They can be anywhere from 8 feet away, from where I'm sitting or where I'm set up, to 16 to 20 feet. So little tiny songbirds, you do need to crop. But we'll take a look at all these images, and I'll put the info on the bottom of the images in there as well. So all I can say is that this lens has met and exceeded my expectations and my hopes for it. I am leaving tomorrow for a week in Wyoming, and I am then coming home for 2 days. Then I go for 2 weeks to Alaska, and I'm just super excited because this is going to be my lens that I'm taking. That's it. I'll have a couple camera bodies, and then I'll have like the 70-300 in the bag as well, so I can have it when we're on the boats and stuff if we have some whales that are close. I'm just super excited. There's weight restrictions when you're traveling to some of these places. So this lens is 4 pounds. It's not a lot lighter than the 150-600, but the camera bodies are. So overall, I'm carrying 3 lenses, 3 bodies. I'm taking the 28-200 to both locations to do some scenic photography as well, landscape. But I'm excited because if I was using my traditional digital SLRs or the 150-600, the setup that I was going to be taking was at 27 pounds. With this, I'm sitting at 22 pounds. So I'm really excited because it allows me to, meet or exceed those expectations of the luggage that you can carry. I'm taking my small Action X30 bag. Everything fits inside, so I'm good to go. So let's take a look at some images and we'll get back with you. So I hope you like the images. You can see why I'm excited. Just beautiful, beautiful sharp glass. You know, it's just, like I said, it is everything I've ever hoped for with mirrorless cameras, mirrorless photography. It exceeded my expectations. I am just so ready to go. The plane couldn't get here quick enough. By the time you see this video, of course, I'll be already out there. But I'll try to post some images here pretty soon of what I get out there. Hopefully we'll get some good bear action, good birds, everything. So anyway, thank you for viewing. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do that. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.